did we transition to a data-driven early warning system?
Yeah. Thank you, Nandini. Thanks for setting the stage here. Many enterprises, especially delivery leaders inside of those enterprises, whether a medium size or even a large scale enterprise, which is publicly traded, etc., they all seem to say that they add buffers to their delivery schedule, but still end up reaching out to the customer a few days before the delivery date to either negotiate scope or ask for an extension to avoid penalties. Right now, whether you might be a product engineering services company or a product company, it doesn't matter. Similar behavior patterns are shared by delivery leaders. Now, also, the enterprises have stated that they're not ready to become data driven since the underlying data is not in good shape. One thing that may help the audience before you discuss, what you did in the early warning stage, did you face this as well as you were beginning to scale? And more importantly, how did you measure the impact of this on customers? Because ultimately they feel what happens here in terms of delays and negotiations of scope in terms of impact to them, right?
Yeah, so Bhavin, thanks for asking this question. I would never ever recommend adding more people and buffers because then customers get used to it and you also fall into that trap. And it's very, very difficult to come out of that trap. So you should shy away from doing that. And the other part is there has to be, there is that inflection point where you need to get out of that mode of being reactive and waiting for something bad to happen, because you kind of know that it is coming. So what is important is to uh, is to, because we also fell into this trap, to be honest. We noticed that our NPS was starting to decline because we were not proactive. We didn't see it coming. So it's very, very important for us to get out of that rut. And that's exactly what we did, that we realized that we need to do something. We need to shrug it off and we need to get into this data-driven early warning system where we know exactly what is going to hit us and we know it as soon as possible and as early as possible. So that's what we did. And the results are amazing because our NPS is miles ahead of the industry benchmark. And our surprise escalations have gone down dramatically. So I would say, definitely we need to shrug it off and get out of that trap. And the other part about, is the data ready? I would say you will never be ready to start. So you have to start with what you have. And this is like your machine learning model. It gets better and better over a period of time. So you just have to be at it and you have to start somewhere. And the discipline will slowly build. And that's the way to go about it. You can't wait for the perfect timing. The perfect time never comes.